I'm thinking of being homeless.
What? Like you're scared of it? Or...
No, I'm thinking of doing it on purpose.
So as a choice?
Yeah, just blowing off everything and living in a tent off the grid.
I don't think those are the same thing.
People that live in tents are off the grid.
I think you like saying off the grid, but you have no actual idea of what it means. Survivalist people in Alaska are off the grid. Homeless people live in cities and towns. They are on grid, if anything.
I guess so. But they live in tents sometimes.
Who? Survivalist people or dirty hobos?
Both, maybe. I don't think we're allowed to call them hobos anymore anyway.
I don't think that they have some kind of organization that would get upset about it. That's not the hobo way.
Oh yeah?
They started out riding the rails like in the old-fashioned times, drinking and telling stories, a stick with a handkerchief and a dog. Now, they panhandle.
Well, you already have the crapping your pants part down.
I suppose I'm a novice now, but everyone has to start somewhere.
So, since we haven't eaten our food at all, I was wondering if we could go somewhere else.
I guess. Jeez, it's bright outside.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have good lighting at that place. Would you be a criminal?
I don't know. Like if the panhandling didn't work out?
Sure, for argument's sake.
Actually, I was thinking of getting a job.
Doesn't sound like you have a firm grasp of the principles of living the hobo lifestyle.
You don't have to work to support a transient lifestyle. You know, I've always fantasized about planning a robbery. Like a heist.
It defeats the purpose of being a criminal. If you need all kinds of skills, knowledge, lasers, night vision goggles, and computer equipment, and ropes, timers, and you plan this out with a group of guys, which is like work, why not just work at a job?
But it seems sexy in the movies. Kind of Cloak and Dagger meets the Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious sucks. And as good as Hans Gruber was, it didn't work out for him.
Bruce Willis.
And what if you got caught?
What? Jail?
No, dude. Prison. You don't even have tattoos. You couldn't survive a day in prison.
I'm totally lazy. I'd be the model prisoner.
But what about the shanks, the gangs, the food?
Why? The food spat or something?
It's like you've never seen a prison movie in your whole life. They all have bad food.
That can't be true. Aren't there a lot of illegal immigrants in prison?
I don't know. Probably.
Hear this out. Most of the people that work in the kitchens are illegal immigrants, right?
Okay.
Well, I know they make their own food in prison, so the more legal immigrants, the better the food.
That seems wrong.
You're just jealous that you didn't think of it. So, where do you want to go?
I kind of feel like going to the movies.
And watch?
How about Space Jam 2?
fine.
You have a high-pitched voice.
What? So? What does that have to do with anything?
There are no women in prison.
I've seen the movies. There are definitely women in prison.
Not mixed with the men.
Oh. So what are you trying to say?
Nothing. I'm just saying you probably have low testosterone.
Isn't that the same thing as steroids?
No, dumbass. Testosterone is something in your body that makes you hairy and manly. Steroids give you acne and rage problems.
So what you're saying is, if I took testosterone, I'll look more manly? I've always wanted to have a Grizzly Adams beard, like Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, or one of those Duck Dynasty guys.
He was a hairy dude.
Who? Grizzly Adams?
I don't even know who that is. No, I mean Robin Williams. I heard that bald men have too much testosterone, and that's why all their hair falls out.
That doesn't make any sense. Being bald looks wimpy. Now you're just making things up, man.
Whatever. You don't have to believe me. Don't you remember? Dick Cheyney blew his friend's head off with a shotgun.
That was an accident.
Only if you believe what they said in the news. He was just there being Mr. Vice President with a friend hunting at a private ranch, and blam! 12 gauge to the face, like a rap star or the mob.
Do you know what the best way to get out of jail is? Clone.
So you're saying if you had a clone, you'd send him to jail to take your place?
Totally.
You know that your clone would have to be a fully functioning, walking and talking person to pull this off.
Obviously.
And why would this person, who is probably as smart as you, and is basically your twin, want to do this for you?
Probably not. But he would owe me one.
Why?
I made him. Like, I'm his creator and I went through all the trouble making a clone.
I don't think he would see it that way.
Probably not. Sounds like a tool anyway. Survivalist then?
But that's also work. You have to hunt, fish, build a shack, collect firewood, fight off bears and leopard seals.
Where do you think I'm doing this?
Well, you're not doing it here.
Have you seen a leopard seal? They're huge and can bite a diver's face off.
Didn't they used to club seals to death back in the day?
I think on land they might be an easy target.
I might be going bald.
Testosterone?
I should probably get married soon.
Mazel tov.
Her? I could go hair club.
A piece?
Nah. Maybe that Propecia stuff.
I hear it's expensive.
I do have a job, and I'm not ready to join the ranks of the homeless yet.
Me and the hobos wouldn't have you anyway.